Welcome, race fans, to what may be the final race at Mississippi Speedway. It's the Hulu 600. Mississippi Speedway always been a great one. We're going playoff racing. It's race number 7 of season 4. It's been a very interesting season. We saw last week tons of chaos with a runaway of A.J. Allmendinger. But these playoff drivers, the closest one up, Kyle Busch, and he is very deep in the top 10. Track has produced some great racing. You see all of those skid marks and chaos on the back straightaway. The wide grooves in the turns, mixed with that narrow front straightaway. Chaos is always knocking on the door. You just don't know when. Kyle Busch, he's our Season 2 champ. He's going to look to have a great day if he wants to stay afloat here and have some chances. Next up, Alex Bowman. Pretty good car last time here. Won this race. Had a very good car last week. Let's see what he can do. Kyle Larson. He's looking to get a good one, and so is Chase Elliott. Also looking to get a great start. And then Martin Truex Jr. next up. That hot temper mixed with the fast speed next to the new one. Ryan Blaney, 1 win on the season. He stole it from who else but Alex Bowman. Next up, last week's winner, A.J. Allmendinger, points leader heading into this race. He's going to look to keep that momentum up. It's very important through these 3 races. Joey Logano, been pretty good all season. Had a very unlucky race, but so did most playoff drivers last week. And that is the playoff drivers through the field. But you can just see how, saw multiple big wrecks here for the Hulu 600. But this race can produce anything at any time. Be watching out. Eric Jones is on pole. He was there last year, looking to redeem. But we want to welcome Grand Marshal, that paint scheme guy. Take it away.
Drivers, start your engines.
Engines are fired. See the 2 Legacy Motor Club cars on the front row with Corey LaJoie and William Byron, 2 Chevys. Next up, Harrison Burton and Bubba Wallace. And finally, rounding out our top 10, Chris Buescher and Alex Bowman.
Remember Byron sent out earlier. We've known it had to win. Yet Byron just dumps him.
We've said it. It's the Hulu 600 presented by T-Mobile. As the car's round turn forward, it's the green flag out. And we are underway for the last time at Mississippi Speedway. Jones in front, Nemechek in second, and he's around off the bumper of LaJoy. Field is scattering to avoid. Caution is out. Holy moly, we don't even get past turn 1 and 2, and boom, first caution of the day. So let's take a look. See, Jones is sliding up, and I think Nemechek was coming down, and LaJoy was just there. It's hard to put blame on anyone in that. LaJoy was pretty close, but I think as one car come up, one car come down. Yeah, Jones also kind of, yeah. Yeah, but honestly, simple case, one car go up, one car go down. But, I mean, did you see William Byron trying to avoid that? That was so close for him. Real speed, once again. Watch that Valvoline number 24. Looking inside, got dirt to the outside. Amazing, no one else was involved in that. But also, Harrison Burton, Corey LaJoy, Bubba Wallace. I mean, he was in front of the whole field, and no one managed to hit him. Yeah, you see Kyle Busch, he maybe was looking, I think he was looking. And just amazing, no one else hit him. Nemechek, whoa. Looks like he's going to be coming off pit road as the field comes to the Hulu restart zone. Back underway. Oh, Burton almost in the Jones. LaJoy up the racetrack. Jones with the lead. Burton in second. 3 wide behind for 5th. Byron looks like to clear LaJoy. Jones will lead our first lap on the green as we got a smoker. Kyle Busch is in the wall. Harrison Burton has blown up. The red flag is out immediately. Oh my gosh. We cannot even get one lap in. See, another Ford. Another Ford has gone up in smoke. I mean, and Kyle Busch. You know, I want to see what happened to Kyle Busch. See the radio message. I don't know. I think Kyle Busch just 2 separate incidents. Looks like Kyle Busch was spun and Burton blew up in front of it because it was almost simultaneously. But look at the nose. You heard him say that it is done. The wheel is broken, and you can tell by that damage. Look at this damage. Yeah, that is not good. Harrison Burton on the lift. Jonathan Nemechek will get caught up in all this. Good for him. That's another playoff driver. He was one of the clean ones last week. That may come into play. See all the oil that had fallen from that Harrison Burton car. Look at all the speedy dry just being. I mean, it's all the way down the track. You don't want to get in that. But chaos can always be lurking. You never know when it happens. Happened really all of a sudden. But that is the 3rd engine failure from a Ford we have seen in the past 3 weeks. 2 races, actually. Because we saw 1 today, but we saw 2 last week at Paper Valley. Let's take a look at those. First up, Michael McDowell. This was in practice. Up in smoke and up in flames. Brad Keselowski had also spun in that. See, Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson had to come to a stop because of that. And then here's Chris Buescher. Up in smoke in front of the pack. Everyone darted away from him. Should not be in the oil, which, good play on them. But you never know when it can happen, but it seems to do something with the Fords. But that was the end of our stage. Eric Jones, 2 years in a row, he's going to get the stage win over William Byron, Corey LaJoy, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, and Chris Buescher. That can be very important. But the green flag is back out. We're underway in stage 2. Byron hugging the Jones. trying not to be in that speedy dry. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Busher way hanging on the outside. 4 wide. You see the middle of the pack chaos as we have a fight for the lead. Zooming by Eric Jones and William Byron. LaJoy. And then there's 4 wide in the wall. In the wall goes LaJoy with... Is that Reddick? Reddick. LaJoy almost around. Gibson almost in the grass on the back straightaway. Mid-pack. Chaos as the field scatters. Chastain almost around. LaJoy is being eaten like a bug. And now Reddick is going to spin into the outside wall with, I think, a right rear flat. And he's going to cut across the track, stacking the whole back of the pack up. Eric Jones is pulling away. But, William Byron, he's going behind the wall. What has happened with him? Jones is now there. Oh, big wreck. Around goes Gibson. Logano hard in the wall with Bell. Johnson will sneak through with maybe some damage. Joey Yano says he's okay. That's great to hear. But what happened with William Byron? See right here, they slid up. Joey just got loose. Byron says he lost oil and water pressure. That is a tough thing. But you see, Joy and Reddick being eaten like a bug. Dropping like a rock, I guess I should say. And then Reddick cut across the track, checking up this whole back of the pack. You see them 4 wide. This is probably what caught the chaos. See Jones there. That was William Byron. And then Jones was lapping the cars. And that just does not work. And, look at the crumble of that 22 car. Going with also a very hard hit. But look at that crunch. I want to see what Jimmy Johnson, I think he may have light damage, but you never know what damage can do. See, Logano absolutely destroying those signs. Well, it looks like most of these cars will be out of the race. That's a tough blow, but Allmenier's got that win to rest on with all those points. Bell, and Gibson with making one of his only starts of the season. Look at the damage, just the crumble in that left front. Great to see that. Let's take a look back at what happened with Reddick and LaJoy. It looks like LaJoy just got loose and almost went around there was LaJoy. And then Gibson all the way in the grass. That was chaos. Chastain and Bowman dueling. Look at Wallace absolutely fly up in there. But his teammate not so fortunate. See him cut across. You see Truex looking 3 wide. You see just how it affected that whole back of the pack. Here we go. 1 lap shootout brought to you by T-Mobile. Bubba Wallace is not going. Huge stack up in the back of the pack. 3 cars break away with the lead. Jones, Chastain, and Bowman. Lap car burying away. Let's see. Jones goes high. Other 2 low. Contact down and back straightaway. Larson and Truex. 3 wide. Bowman with the lead sideways. And I will say it's going to be Jones with a huge wreck behind him. Oh, boy. Redemption from last year for Jones, but what a hard hit for a playoff driver back there with Chase Elliott. Let's see. So you see Barry, lap car. Jones went high. The other 2 went low. You see Elliott got loose under Truex. And then Bowman in 3 and a 2 does not go. Oh, officials are going to want to look at that. That was a right hook by Martin Truex Jr. But you see right here, Bubba Wallace just did not go. He stacked up the whole back of the pack. These 3 cars got away with it. And you just see the gap. It looks like, is that Josh Berry's teammate, Stuart Haas, not having a good day? Look at how sideways Chastain. Amazing he saved it, but Truex were right hooked Elliott in the wall. They're going to want to look at that. You see, he just got loose. He just got loose and nothing. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, Truex. He pushed him all the way down to the grass, and then he finally just hooked him. But Elliott just got loose. I don't see the need for that. That's 2 playoff drivers. But speaking of playoff driver, Alex Bowman. Oh my goodness, how close he was. But that was a hard hit. It collected Ryan Blaney. That is key for this playoff picture. Real speed. But how they all managed to save it. But back here, let's let Eric Jones, your race winner, burn it down for the last ever race at Mississippi Speedway. But let's take a look at the point standings. Alex Bowman will jump to the top by about 40 points over A.J. Allmendinger. Tough, but not impossible. Logano will be his last, but Jones, he is all the way up to the first car not in the playoffs, and you see back here, big jump for Bubba Wallace. Great for him. Christopher Bell falls down. We'll see you next time. Bye now.